Team Avatar from Legend of Korra and Last Airbender. We're going to compare both, pretty much each of the individuals, and we're going to pick out which members of Team Avatar that we like better. And then at the end, we're going to decide which overall Team Avatar we liked better. Yeah. So this way we have a discussion going, just in case some of us have already decided which is the better Team Avatar. I think all of us have that decided. But let's go ahead and go with the Avatar. Let's go with Aang and Korra. Which did you like better and for what reasons? Let's go with OC.
So I'm like an original person. I like to live a simple life. I don't want too much in this world. I liked Avatar Aang. He like, if we're comparing Avatar Aang and Avatar Korra, Aang is, he's the guy for me as far as I'm concerned. He didn't, end the entire lineage of the of the Avatar or anything like that. So I think, missing the world for 100 years isn't as bad. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I still am really pissed off about that. Like, no joke. That was one of the biggest things I was so mad about for the longest time. In that Korra, I mean, it's not her fault, but it happened. So I'm gonna have to agree. Obviously, Aang.
So this is weird. So I would say this to kind of play devil's advocate. I like,
yes.
Ideally, based off ideally or whatever they put on paper, I kind of like Korra more just because Korra had to go through more of like, she had to learn that being a fighter isn't everything and learning more of a spiritual journey versus Aang, who kind of come off more of this guy who was more wise for his own age, but then learning how to be action. That being said, personality speaking, I mean, I'd rather hang out with Aang than Korra. And like, I can probably resonate with Aang just because I'm more of the passive spiritual side. But if we're going to go on paper, and if things were perfect in Korra's world, or if the writers could make a better show with Korra, I would prefer Korra on the ideal perspective. But
all right, just saying, I still liked Korra a lot in terms of the show and the character. I don't dislike Korra, although she did do some questionable things in like the later seasons. But Aang wins 2-1. At least you try to play devil's advocate. Okay? So basically, you're choosing Korra, right?
I'm choosing Aang.
You're choosing Aang.
But
Okay.
Korra,
Never mind.
but like, I'm trying to like, based off like I said, on the ideal perspective, like I would prefer a character like Korra. So Aang was kind of spiritually there, but him was just learning that it's okay to be like, it was about him learning how to be more active and not being afraid to let go, while Korra's the other way around. She's more of like the uptight, more like mentally, and it's her learning how to chill back and relax. So in that type of like character journey, I would prefer Korra, but then the way it's executed, Aang is just like, I'd rather like,
okay, got you. So you like the idea of Korra more.
Yeah.
But Aang hit it off for you more.
Yeah, exactly.
The execution of Aang was better.
Yeah,
okay,
sense.
gotcha.
I can see that for sure.
Okay, 1 point for Team Avatar on Last Airbender side.
Yeah.
Because they're both Team Avatar. Okay, so I think Bolin's sort of foil or mirror makes more sense. Bolin's mirror is Sokka, right? Because they're both sort of like...
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But it's more of the humor side of things versus actual strategy. Because Sokka was very strategic. Sokka was like the planner. He kept the plans. He made the plans. He was smart, basically. Yeah. Bolin, I'm not so sure. I mean, he got fooled by Kuvira. So it's kind of hard because like we have to pair them up in order to,
compare them.
Yeah. I guess we don't have one for Katara.
Well,
Asami, I guess.
I guess Asami would be the closest.
Yeah, because we can say Korra at the end, the love interest was Asami. And
then, that's true.
And then Aang, the love interest was Katara. I don't know. At this point, it's kind of difficult to compare. So we're just going to have to do... We're going to just go with our best guesses.
Yeah.
So how's that?
With Bolin and Sokka. Oh my God. This is tough. It's like, I really just want to say Sokka.
Okay, let's list out the members of Team Avatar first.
Yeah.
So that we have numbers and we try to match them in a way that makes sense. So we did the avatars already. Now we have Katara, Sokka, Toph. Do we want to? I don't think Zuko counts.
No, we shouldn't include Zuko.
Yeah, or Suki. I mean, they're part of later Team Avatar, but at the same time, you can say that about like other characters in Korra. But yeah, we're not gonna include those. We're gonna include just as much of the original as we can.
Yeah.
So that would be it, basically.
Okay.
And then from Korra's side, we got Mako, Bolin, and Asami,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
So there's 3 and 3 right now.
Yeah.
This is kind of difficult because
I mean, because you could compare Asami and Sokka on non-bender levels.
Fair. That's fair enough. I guess we can do it like we do it based off bending, but then it's like
Bolin and Toph, and then we don't have a firebender. Yeah,
unless
it's too difficult.
We put Zuko, but then Zuko comes out later. So
Yeah, at this point, it's the free for all. Compare it to whoever you want, I guess.
yeah.
So let's go with what we said in the beginning. So Bolin and Sokka, let's just compare it on a functional level where they sort of act as humor.
Okay.
Which one would you prefer? Which one do you think did it better?
See, goes back to subjectiveness, but
Of course, everything is subjective.
That's
right now.
true. Everyone is. But I prefer Sokka just because Sokka is more sarcastic and it kind of fits with his personality. And like, for example, he's a non-bender. So for him to be like a person who's not like a believer and more based off what he can do, it works for his personality. Bolin, I mean, I don't know if earthbending has to do a lot with humor necessarily.
I mean, Toph was funny.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Toph was funny.
Yeah.
But I feel like Toph's humor was more of like a rough type of more like
It was dry.
more down, while Bolin's more like, hey, what's up, guys? Like he's trying to make everyone laugh.
Yeah,
Like,
he's like more clowny.
he's more clowny. So that's the thing about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, with humor,
I agree.
goes-
I agree. Like Sokka's humor. I don't know the cactus episode.
I know the cactus.
I mean that at that point it was clowny, but still it was just hilarious.
That's like some
Yeah.
of the best.
Yeah.
That's some of the best stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just me being older, but at some points Bolin annoyed me.
Yes, I agree.
So I have to give it to Sokka in terms of humor.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. Don't drink the cactus juice.
But also even as like a character in general, I feel like Sokka had better moments and depth than Bolin.
Definitely.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. Again, it might be because I was older and more cynical, but like some moments where, like for instance, when Bolin just all of a sudden learned lava bending, I feel like it wasn't earned.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I was like, dude, he just like wanted it real hard, and then it just happened, and I was like, I was not happy with that. I was fine with it in season 4 that he had lava bending, but I still feel like he underutilized it. Like he had a bending that nobody else had in the show because Ghazan died. And then in season 4, he hardly used it. He used it a couple times for what I remember. It's been a while. But yeah, in terms of just a character, I'd say everybody on Team Avatar beats Bolin.
I think so too.
Yeah, and speaking about Sokka and Bolin, I just feel like even their relationships, like Sokka's relationship with Princess Yue and Asami, like I feel more genuine than Bolin's relationship with any.
You mean
girl.
Suki?
Suki.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Asami. Suki.
Yeah, Bolin's only relationship, I think, was Opal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say he tried to go with Korra, but even then, like that was a joke. And then he had what's her face from the movie stuff, but that was also a joke itself. And then he also had Korra's cousin.
Right. That was also a joke.
So like again, you just couldn't take it like
You couldn't take it seriously.
But like Sokka, like I still feel.
Yeah,
whenever I see
dude.
it.
Yeah, you feel for Sokka.
Yeah, so like even though he was there a lot for humor, he also had so many moments that were just beautiful and very serious, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's very hard to give it to Bolin at all. Sorry, Bolin.
Yeah.
But let's just give it a Sokka win right there. All right. I think it makes most sense to compare Katara and Mako because they're both more on the serious side and they're the sibling of the characters we just compared.
And they're a love interest in the main characters, so
True.
guess
True.
that
Yeah,
also
yeah.
works as well.
Yeah. Because there's no other character, in my opinion, that you
Yeah.
can compare Mako to. Like, not
Yeah.
Toph. That doesn't make
Yeah,
any
that makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And you can also compare Toph and Asami from like their background perspective.
Yeah, that works
They
too.
come from similar
right,
backgrounds.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So as far as Katara and Mako, we're discussing how effective they were in their role.
Anything. Just who do you like better? Any
If it's who I like better, it's Katara. But if it's who's more effective, I think that Mako had some good moments. Like as a character, like the way that he served his purpose, it's like being kind of that grounded, serious character. I think that he had some really good moments. I think that Katara for me, Katara for me kind of like would get annoying sometimes because it would be like that annoying.
she's so uptight.
Yeah, that annoying like teacher's assistant who just gets you in trouble for whatever.
Or your
reason.
older sister.
Yeah.
Or mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Mom
Exactly.
complex.
Yeah.
And so you that kind of would like get wrapped up into all of it, but yeah, I don't know. If it's for like who I like personally, I like Katara more, but I think Mako did serve his purpose well, where I didn't really have that kind of negative feeling associated with his seriousness.
Okay.
Yeah, again, this is tough because Katara had such a good character arc as well. I think that's the main reason why I like these characters so much is just that they have better character arcs, so you just appreciate them more. But I felt like Katara definitely, especially when they were in the sand, she was very useful. She
Yeah,
was like,
she was the one holding the group together.
yeah, she held them together very well. I don't know, like, yeah, she was kind of bossy, but I just felt like, again, she was also Aang's teacher. So I felt like there was more of a use for that. I mean, Mako, I feel like Mako, other than Asami, when Asami mainly just helped them with gadgets and stuff, I feel like Mako still was pretty useful in terms of fighting and combat and stuff. But I think my biggest thing with Mako was that, again, he was a love interest to Korra. So a lot of times I couldn't really take him. It was just like, oh, are they really bonding or are they really bonding? So
Yeah, I don't know. Their relationship wasn't that effective either, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
they ended up not being together at the end.
yeah.
And also, I don't know. It was just kind of like poor Asami. I don't know, because like the way he treated her was just so
Oh yeah.
poor.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
that's true.
Just- yeah.
That's one reason I didn't like him. But like Asami's such a cool character.
Yeah.
Why are we putting Asami up against Toph? I feel like this is such a hard thing to do. Because overall, okay, I don't want to start talking about Asami. Let's just conclude the Katara and Mako thing. I think Mako definitely was a good character. But again, what you said, with every character in the original Avatar just having such great arcs, I'm trying to defend, I guess, Mako, I guess. I don't know.
We're all trying to defend Mako. I mean, if it makes anyone feel better, I mean, Mako did help defeat Amon. He kind of helped with Amon. Like that whole scene with Amon was really nice with the lightning bending. And Amon will even acknowledge him saying, oh, I've never been tricked by a bender like this before. So
Yeah.
you can give him that.
I feel like that's just the classic anime villain being like, "You're the first one to do this to me." Yeah, but okay. So just give the point either to Mako or Katara.
I give it to Katara.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Katara. No.
Okay, I do like Katara more. I just feel like her character is just more fleshed out to me. Like Mako was kind of just not there in season 2.
I hated him season 2.
Yeah, he's just like trying to mess up Varric, and Varric was just being cool. I mean, he was being conniving, but he was being cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to compare Toph and Asami. I just feel like we're all gonna choose Toph because like Toph is such a great character, but at the same time, I think I like Asami more than Bolin and Mako, because she's just such a cool character,
Yeah, definitely.
and she has more like of an arc and story with her father, and what happened there. and it made me feel something, you know.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing about Asami's character. That like, I'm pretty sure the creators were thinking more about Bolin and Mako, but yet you feel more like Asami has a better character arc than both of them. Like both of them don't really even have much of a character arc. Like
I mean, they find their family again in season 3.
they do, but it's like I don't know. It never seemed like it was much of a problem.
Yeah, that's true. It was never It wasn't too impactful
Yeah.
of a moment.
But like with Asami, especially when her father kills herself or sacrifices herself to save Republic City, like that was a very like it's like again, she had this drama with her father and now she's learning to like let him go and accept that even though he was a bad person, he still tried to do.
Yeah, that was a good arc. That was a good arc.
That was a good arc.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to say.
I will say this: I would date Asami over Toph, but that's. I mean, I'm no hating on the blind.
I mean, I'm not judging it on that level, but I think that the thing with Toph, for me personally, is on a personality level, she's one of my favorite characters in all of Avatar. So I might just be heavily biased, but I mean, in her story, she doesn't necessarily have as much of an arc.
That's true.
As other characters, which might be considered a weakness. But she's just so cool. I think that she serves her role on Team Avatar very well.
Yeah, she's like essential. Even though she didn't have an arc, she's essential to the team. She taught Aang earthbending. And secondly, during Sozin's comment, she's the reason they were able to successfully tear down all of the blimps, the firebending balloons.
Yeah, that's true. She also invented metal bending.
Exactly.
I mean, she's just she's that buffed character that you need for the crew to succeed in this story. So that's how I see her.
Yeah. So it's a beat down basically. So the original Team Avatar, uncontested, is better than the new Team Avatar. But I mean, we knew this going in.
Yeah.
But it's fun to just compare all the characters and just think about each character and how they relate to each other.
Yeah.
And just relating, the new Team Avatar with the old Team Avatar. Mm-hmm. I think it was quite obvious, but we had fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
Actually,
okay.
One thing we could do is, what if instead of comparing the Team Avatar from the original versus the new one, how about we compare Team Avatar with the villains of Korra? Amon with Sokka, Tarlok with, or was Unalaq with Katara, Zahir of Aang, and Kuvira with Toph.
That's an interesting one. Yeah. All right, next time.
Cliffhanger.